Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
This segment is brought to you by Benjamin Franklin Plumbing.
Well, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. Today we are talking about healthy, safe water. This is something that is very near and dear to my heart, and I'm joined by Tony Zach from Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Happy to be here talking about healthy, clean water.
Let's dive into it.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
There you
What
go.
do we have right here? We got this Mac Daddy unit.
Yeah,
What is
so
it?
this is a whole house carbon filter, right?
Okay.
And this is going to remove all the chlorine or chloramines found in your drinking water supplied by the utility, right? So this is usually for municipal water, city, county water like Grand Strand Water and Sewer, or your municipality of the locality you live in. And this is going to remove what they are bringing to you, which is what you want chlorine in the water to get to your house. But when it gets to your house, this is going to remove it. And it does that through activated carbon, right? So this is full of carbon, and it is going to remove those impurities or chemicals in your water before you're ingesting it, before you're bathing in it, which is actually a lot more ingestible by bathing in it, believe it or not, than when you're just regularly drinking it.
Ooh, I wouldn't even think about that. Brushing your teeth in it, all that kind of stuff too.
Exactly. You know, and once you get rid of the chlorine, it changes your taste for water forever. And
Oh
I
my
know
goodness.
people think I'm crazy when I say that, but you know, you feel like you're drinking out of a pool when you go to certain places throughout the county that just have a stronger chlorine presence. It may be they're closer to a treatment facility or what have you, but it's amazing how much chlorine or chloramines are in the water today.
Gotcha. You're making me want to get one right now.
Well,
Oh my
yeah, and I highly suggest it. I mean, I have had one of these since we've started putting them in, and anywhere I go, I can tell whether they have chlorine or in the water real quick.
I bet. So we were talking about this earlier. My first question whenever I saw this unit was, how long does it last? Because we all know how it feels to have to replace those water filtration cartridges all the time.
Right, and the great thing about this is, so this unit right here is 500,000 gallons, 500,000 gallons of water. Average consumer on the heavy end would be 5,000 gallons of water a month, maybe. Right, so this is going to last you 7 to 10 years very easily. And the good thing is when you do need to replace this, all we're doing is taking this contraption here off the head, and we're taking the old carbon out. We're putting new carbon in. So it's not like you're buying a brand new filter even in 10 years. You have this. It's made out of, it's a fiberglass body, and that's a lot less expensive than putting the whole unit back in. So these are very cost effective. You're not buying bottled water anymore. This is going to do your ice maker as well. This is going to do the entire house, right? So if you're buying those filters in your refrigerators and for your ice maker, it's really going to add up quick to pay this unit back because you're not replacing those all the time. The activated carbon in here is excellent. It's going to do a great job for you.
Okay, so we also have this itty bitty one right here in comparison to that one.
Right, well, you know what I'm so excited about this unit right here is this takes the place of an RO. Not quite. So a reverse osmosis system takes out 99.9% of the impurities in your water. But it also takes a lot of room underneath your kitchen sink. And a lot of people don't like giving up that room underneath their kitchen sink. You've got to have a storage tank, you've got a 3-filter system. All of a sudden you have no room. This is a single filter that will remove 99.8% of impurities in your water. And that's why we're so excited about this, because we don't have to have a storage tank and we're not cutting down on the flow of your water. So we're real excited about this. They're finishing up the filter now, so we're taking pre-orders on this.
All right.
And if you're interested in this, you can call us at 843-213-6611, or you can find us online at benjaminfranklinmb.com.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Well, welcome back to Living Local Carolina. We got a hot topic today. Hot and cold, how to keep dogs nice and cool
Yes.
or warm and toasty.
That's right.
Joyelle, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you for stopping by today.
Yes.
Give me some tips.
Sure. So right now, as you know, we are in a heat wave. So it's very, very hot for our dogs. So primarily, you need to pay attention to how hot the ground is. When the temperature is around 80 degrees, your asphalt is about 115.
Not fun.
Not fun at all. So what that actually can do is to burn blisters on the bottoms of your dog's feet. So it's very, very important. Top of the line, you need to make sure it's not too hot. Unfortunately, I see people walking their dogs in the heat of the day all the time. And I continue to say, it is too hot outside, what are you doing? So it's really, really important because those blisters, it just creates very much blisters on the bottoms of their feet and it can really damage their feet. So really be mindful of that. Walk in the earlier morning times or in the later evening times, okay?
Gotcha.
Also provide enough water. So if you have outside dogs, which I don't recommend having dogs in the heat of the day outside, but if it's not possible, make sure you provide them enough shade and you bring them in when you're able, provide enough water for them. Now, going to cold. So it's really important, again, to take care of your dog's feet. Lots of times people throw out the ice melt or the salt to help prevent any slipping and sliding. That also can damage your paw's feet as well because it gets into their paws and then they'll lick it and it contains all those chemicals that are dangerous for dogs. So it's really important that you wipe their feet off, clean them off. Again, providing enough water and enough food for them. If it's super cold outside, bring them inside or in a warm area. If they happen to be outside, provide a home for them that's a little bit raised up off the ground. Put some shavings or something like that in there so they're not laying directly on the ground. It's very, very important.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Shedding. And do you have any tips? Because I've heard that it's not good to shave dogs.
Sure.
Because it messes up their coats. Is that true?
Oh, so I would definitely say talk to your groomer about that, but there are tools that you can use. There's like a de-shedder. It's really important because you need to at least brush your dog to get all of the excess hair off of them, especially during the winter months. They're going to blow their coat anyway.
This story is sponsored by Seaside Furniture Gallery and Accents.
Well, it is just a beautiful day here at Seaside Furniture Gallery and Accents, and I'm joined by Kent. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, thanks for coming out. I appreciate it.
Oh my goodness, there's so much to see here. But for people that have never been here before, what are you guys all about?
Coastal. We're about
Yeah.
experience. We're about color. We're about just joy, honestly. People that come into our store, it's 30,000 square feet of living room, dining room, bedroom, mattresses, outdoor, everything you could think of for the home, we have it here at Seaside,
Truly top to bottom.
top to bottom.
Lighting to rugs to lamps and everything in between.
Absolutely, and and we have people here that are, their average is 30 years in the business, so they know what they're talking about, and they're here to assist you and help you along the way. It's not a high pressure type store. It's a store that you come in and enjoy yourself, and we're here to help you.
All right, let's dive a little deeper. You guys have mattresses as well.
Yes, we do.
Talk to me about that.
All right, we carry Sealy, which has 3 brands to it. We have the Sealy Posturepedic, we have Tempur-Pedic, and we have Stearns & Foster. And then we brought on a new mattress company called Restonic, which is a line that's kind of a mid-size in terms of price point, and it's just wonderfully comfortable as well. And so the Property Brothers are part of that group too.
We know them.
So yeah, we're excited about our mattress line.
Yeah, and I know you guys have a lot of different price points in terms of everything that you carry here. So whether you're looking to spend a little bit more or save a little money, you guys have something for everyone.
Yeah, budget seems to be the ugly word, but it is
Right.
part of the process. And if you come in with an idea of what you want to spend, we can help you out for sure, because we carry everything, like you said, from low to high, and from quality that's questionable all the way up to really excellent quality. We've got Maven, which is a new group that we brought in for dining room sets and bedroom sets. It's solid wood, and you can pick any color that you want, any wood species that you want.
Ooh.
And it's just a very beautiful high line of product that we carry. But again, Upholstery, same deal. We have low to high, and we carry it all.
This story is sponsored by Seaside Furniture Gallery and Accents.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Great to be here with you today and share something that is very important to us, and that's Project Golf. I'm Gary Shaw, and I want to share with you some enthusiasm I've got for the program since I was here with it when it started in 2018. We were a nonprofit given birth by our parent company, Golf Tourism Solutions, which has been driving golf in Myrtle Beach for 5 or 6 decades. And they looked up a couple years ago and said, we are bringing a lot of people into Myrtle Beach. We call ourselves the golf capital of the world. From the Rust Belt all the way up into New England, out west, people are coming to Myrtle Beach. But they said, just a minute, we've kind of ignored this exploding metropolis of Myrtle Beach of residents, locals. So they said, why don't we let's find somebody that can run this nonprofit. We want to bring the game to our disabled veterans, our underserved youth, and the beginners. So we'll grow the game, and we'll take the game to these golfers. We'll try to remove barriers that are in the way of their playing, and the biggest one was access and instruction. So we started with our beginners, and then we morphed into working with a disabled veteran under a program subsidized by the PGA of America called PGA Hope. HOPE is an acronym standing for Helping Our Patriots Everywhere. I was asked to start it up because I somewhat fit the mold. I'm a veteran and a PGA member, and I served as the PGA's president for a term back in the 90s. So we got started off, and we found out the VA was very cooperative. They were pipelining all the veterans to us, and in no time at all, our classes became full. We can teach about 20, 22 veterans at a time, men and women, all with disabilities, some passive, some very visible. And we feel like we're doing some good, and we're getting these veterans back into society, and they're doing a good job of engaging with other veterans to play golf. And we're finding the same thing with the beginners. And we haven't quite developed a full-fledged junior program, but we know that's going to be the case, where we'll remove barriers to their getting into the game. And the PGA told us when we started PGA Hope, if you're anything like the other chapters around the country, you're going to save lives. And I thought to myself, as the executive director, that's a bit of a stretch. How do you save lives through golf? And after these 5 years now, Angel and I will agree that we are saving lives. We hear it from the veterans, we hear it from the veteran spouse, and we hear it from the veteran's family. So it's a great program. They're telling us how much at the end of the classes when they graduate after 6 weeks, what value it has to them, and that value is engagement with family and community. So we feel real good about it. And I would throw in on the statistics, the metrics from the PGA of America is that there are about 160 chapters in the country, and the Carolinas leads the country in registrations and graduations, and Myrtle Beach leads the Carolinas. So we're real happy about the visibility we've received. And as a nonprofit, of course, our goal is to seek funding. So that's our next real initiative, is to turn up the heat on getting donations.
So as Gary was saying, the impact that we're making on our community is huge. We're creating a community of golfers, and our golfers are overcoming obstacles, improving their social, mental, and physical well-being. You know, with 22 veterans committing suicide each day, golf has changed their life, and in some cases, it's saved their lives. You know, some of them struggle 7 days a week, but for those 2 hours a day, they're coming out here and they're not thinking about those struggles. And because we're helping them with their abilities, and they're forgetting about their disabilities. And so if you guys would like to help us, please visit us at projectgolf.org and learn a little bit more about what we do and how you can support.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.